What's good, y'all? It's your boy Soldaya, and in this video we gonna be reacting to pranks that actually went too far. So without any time waste, let's get right into it.
Timothy Wilkes. In January 2021, a 20-year-old named Timothy Wilkes wanted to make a prank
Damn, 20-year-old. He's the same age as me.
video for YouTube. The idea was simple. He and a friend would run at strangers with butcher knives, pretend to rob them,
What the hell kind of prank is this? This is basically armed robbery.
and film their reactions. They went to a parking lot outside a trampoline park in Nashville. It was late at night, and they spotted a group of people hanging out. So Timothy ran at them with the knife out. But one of them, a 23-year-old named David Starnes, had a gun. He saw a stranger sprinting at him with a blade, so he shot him. Timothy,
Which makes perfect sense, because if I know damn well if I saw a stranger running at me with a blade, I'ma shoot him, because, like, it's out of self-defense. Like, if I was to see this, I would assume I'm about to get robbed, because that's crazy.
died before he could say it was a prank. Police arrested David, but let him go without charges. It was self-defense. He had no way of knowing.
That's why y'all gotta be careful with your pranks, bro. Y'all can't, like, basically makes, because he had no way of knowing it was armed, or it was just a prank. In his eyes, he thought he was fighting for his life. He was about to get stabbed, so he shot him out of self-defense.
It was a joke. Royal prank call. In December 2012, two Australian radio DJs named Mel Gregg and Michael Christian thought it would be funny to prank call a hospital in London. Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge at the time, and now Princess of Wales, was there with bad morning sickness, and the whole world wanted to know how she was doing. So they called the hospital pretending to be Queen Elizabeth and Prince Charles. A nurse named Jacinta Saldanha answered and fell for it. She transferred the call, and another nurse gave out details about Kate's condition. The DJs aired the whole thing, and it made news everywhere.
That doesn't seem that harmless.
Everyone laughed. No one got hurt. 3 days later, Jacinta was found dead.
I spoke way too soon.
She was 46. She left 3 notes blaming the prank call, and she didn't even...
Wait. I just got a memory. I feel like I've heard this before. Maybe in a previous video I reacted to, but this seems mad familiar.
give out the information. She just answered the phone. The DJs never faced charges, but the show got canceled.
Yeah, I think I did hear about this before. Yeah.
Ecuador War of the Worlds.
Ecuador War of the Worlds. That's a crazy name.
In 1938, a radio host named Orson Welles did a Halloween broadcast in America where he pretended aliens were invading Earth. He made it sound like a real news report, and thousands of people believed it. 11 years later, a radio station in Ecuador decided to do the same thing, but Radio Quito wanted to go bigger. In the days before the show, the newspaper that owned the station published fake reports about strange objects in the sky. So by the time the broadcast came on,
I can't lie, is it just me, or this seems like kind of like a harmless prank? It don't seem that bad. But let me not speak too soon like the other part.
people were already nervous, and it worked. Police and firefighters rushed out of town to fight the aliens. Other radio stations picked up the story and started reporting it too. When Radio Quito finally told everyone it was fake, nobody laughed. A mob surrounded the building and set it on fire.
Alright, okay, they went way too far. They went, set it on fire? Y'all's the dumbass who believed him. So they're gonna say aliens are coming down invading Earth, and y'all gonna get mad that you believed him. Y'all need a self-check. What you mean you set his home on fire? Y'all is the dumbasses who believed him in the first place. Like, that's crazy.
The people trapped inside called for help, but the police didn't come. They thought it was still part of the joke. At least 6 people burned to death, including the girlfriend and nephew of the producer,
That's so crazy.
Leonardo Paez. The army had to bring in tanks and tear gas to stop the mob. Paez fled to Venezuela and never came back. Daddy05. In 2017, a YouTube channel
What kind of name is Daddy05?
called Daddy05 had 750,000 subscribers and 176 million views.
Damn.
Mike and Heather Martin filmed pranks on their 5
I'm trying to get to that level one day, even more.
kids almost every day. Most of the pranks targeted the 2 youngest 9-year-old Cody and 11-year-old Emma. In one video, the parents poured fake ink on the carpet and then screamed at Cody until he cried, calling him a liar. In another, Mike shoved him into a bookcase hard enough to give him a bloody nose. And in another,
How the hell is that a prank? That's just assault at that point. Like, how is that a prank?
the dad told one of the older kids to slap Emma across the face.
That's dead ass just assault. How is that a prank? Like, yo, I can't lie. Sometimes people don't understand the definition of a prank. A prank is supposed to be harmless. Well, near harmless. But this is dead ass just assault. Like, what the hell?
Did, and she started crying. A YouTuber named Philip DeFranco saw the videos and called it child abuse. So the police got involved, and Cody and Emma were taken away and given back to their biological mother, Rose Hall. She hadn't
The children were adopted. Damn, that makes this even more crazy.
seen them since 2014, after she was tricked into signing over custody. Both parents were charged with child neglect and got 5 years probation.
That's so they were basically using the children to like blow up their channel. Honestly, that's how a lot of these, like, you know, family YouTubers be doing it, right? Like, they be having a baby just for the sake of content, bro. Calling them content babies and shit. Like, it's crazy.
They hired a PR firm to help with their apology video. YouTube deleted the channel. The Martins tried to start new ones, but YouTube banned them again. But when Cody saw his real mom for
Wow, so they lost all their money.
the first time, he said he hated her. Mike and Heather had told him she threw him away like garbage.
That's crazy.
And Emma asked her mom for cheese because she wasn't allowed to have it at the Martins' house. Danny Santulli. In October 2021, an 18-year-old named Danny Santulli from Eden Prairie, Minnesota started his freshman year at the University of Missouri. He wanted to join a fraternity called Phi Gamma Delta, also known
Phi Gamma Delta. This already seems like a red flag just from that bullshit name alone.
as Fiji. During the pledge process, Danny had already been hospitalized once after they made him climb into a trash can filled with broken glass.
What? What? How is that a prank? That's just torture. Yeah, y'all, sometimes some people just don't know the definition of pranks.
On the night of October 19th, Danny and the other pledges were told to take off their shirts. They were blindfolded and brought down to the basement for something called Pledge Dad Reveal Night.
Pledge Dad Reveal Night? What the hell type of name is that?
Danny's pledge dad handed him a box.
Yo. Here's his first mistake. Why is he taking off his shirt? Blindfolding himself and going to somewhere named Pledge Dad Reveal Night. That sounds kind of freaky. It sounds kind of over sexualized. Like, I would feel uncomfortable doing that. Like, what the hell?
Bottle of Tito's vodka and told him to finish it within an hour.
On his knees too? Crazy.
Other members poured beer down his throat through a tube. By 11
that gotta be fruity. Like, that gotta be zesty. Like, that's so crazy.
p.m., Danny couldn't stand anymore, so they put him on a couch. His lips turned blue and his skin went pale. He lay there for over an hour while security cameras recorded everything. When they finally tried to carry him to a car, they dropped him on his head. By the time they
What the hell?
got to the hospital, his heart had stopped.
Yo. That gotta be the dumbest group I've ever seen in my life. First of all, they playing a game called Dead Daddy, whatever the hell is called, bro. And second of all, they had all this time to save him. His face was turning blue, lips turning black and shit. And you know what they did? They just left him there. And when they carried him out, they dropped him on his head. They couldn't even do that right. That's crazy. It's gotta be like the most dumbest group I've ever seen.
His blood alcohol level was 0.486, nearly 6 times the legal limit.
Holy shit.
Danny survived, but he can't walk, talk, or see.
Oh, he survived? W.
He can hear, but he can't respond.
Yo, those guys that just ruined this guy's life just over a game called Black Daddy or whatever the hell they said it was called. Like, that's crazy.
His attorney called it the worst fraternity hazing injury ever in the United States.
That's why, y'all be careful all these frats, bro. Like, people in like all these frats just be doing a lot of bullshit. Like, you ain't gonna see me ever join a frat, bro. It's just crazy.
Fraternity had been sanctioned for alcohol violations just 13 days before. They were shut down, and 11 members were charged. His family sued 23 of them and settled. His dad watched the security footage because he wanted to see what they did to his son. In December 2024, President Biden signed the Stop Campus Hazing Act, the first federal anti-hazing law, partly because of what happened to Danny. He's 21 now, and he still needs care around the clock.
No, but that's crazy, bro.
Tanner Cook. In April 2023,
I like how all of these are like, other than that one in like 1938, all of these are like some more recent.
21-year-old YouTuber named Tanner Cook walked into a mall in Virginia looking for someone to prank. Cook ran a channel called Classified Goons with about 50,000 subscribers. He made $2,000 to $3,000 a month by getting reactions out of strangers. He would pretend to vomit on Uber drivers and follow random customers through stores.
Oh,
Local
damn.
sheriff's deputies already knew
The vomit one's kind of crazy.
who he was from previous calls. That day, Cook spotted a DoorDash driver named Alan Coley picking up a food order. So he walked up behind him, held his phone about 6 inches from his face, and started playing a phrase on loop through Google Translate. "Hey dipshit, quit thinking about my twinkle." Collie told him to stop, but Cook kept going. Collie backed away, but Cook followed. The whole thing lasted less than 30 seconds. Then Collie pulled out a gun and shot him in the chest.
Whoa, I was not expecting that. Whoa.
The bullet hit Cook's liver and stomach, and
Talk about no, like, I agree. Okay, he was being annoying. He was being a dickhead. Sure, that's right. But come on, she or he didn't have to pull out a gun and shoot him. Like, come on now, that's too much.
shoppers fled the mall thinking it was a mass shooting. Cook survived. At trial, Cook said he had no idea he had scared or angered Collie, but the jury sided with Collie and ruled it was self-defense. Cook was 6 feet 5 inches and had been walking toward a stranger who told him 3 times to stop. Collie was only found guilty of firing a gun inside a building. After the verdict,
That's kind of crazy.
a reporter asked Cook if he was going to stop making prank videos. He said no. "We're going to continue the videos. It is what it is. It's God's plan at the end of the day."
Yo, talk about, like, he is loyal to his videos, bro. He's locked in. Even despite that, he's still making videos. That's crazy. I'm about to go check out this guy's channel later.
Sam Pepper Kidnapping. In November 2015, a YouTuber named Sam Pepper uploaded a
What the hell?
video called Killing Best Friend Prank. Pepper had 2 million subscribers and a history of crossing lines. A year earlier, he groped women on the street for a video,
That is crazy.
and the LAPD opened an investigation after multiple women accused him of sexual assault. But he kept making videos. This one showed 2 friends, Sam Golbach and Colby Brock, getting grabbed off the street. A masked man taped Golbach's hands and feet, put a bag over his head, and stuffed him in a trunk.
So basically a kidnapping.
The next shot showed both of them tied up on a rooftop. The masked man pointed a gun at Brock's head.
That's crazy.
Golbach started screaming. "We're just kids from Kansas," he yelled. "He's everything I have." Then the masked man pulled the trigger, and Brock's body slumped over. Golbach sobbed for a full minute, believing his best friend was dead. Then Brock sat up and told him it was all a prank. Over 100,000 people signed a petition to ban Pepper. The hacker group Anonymous hacked his website and told him, "Your life is essentially ruined." YouTube refused to remove the video. They said it didn't break any rules. A few months later, Pepper made all his videos private and tweeted,
Yo, that is a crazy prank. Yo, I know the guy must have been feeling so relieved once he found out it's a prank. They got his ass good. They got him good. Holy, that prank was crazy. But damn, they really, like, try to cancel him for that, eh?
"Give up.
I
Reset."
can't lie. That is an insane prank, but wow. Yo, I need to, the two, never mind. The video's probably gone, but, like, yo, the guy's reaction must have been crazy after finding out it was a prank.
Toothpaste Oreo. In January 2017, a 19-year-old YouTuber in Spain named Kangua Ren got a dare from one of his followers.
Why is it always YouTubers? Like, damn.
They asked him to replace the cream inside Oreos with toothpaste and feed them to someone. Ren, who went by Reset and had 1.2 million subscribers, found a 52-year-old homeless man named Gorge begging outside a supermarket in Barcelona. Gorge had escaped dictatorship in Romania and spent time in a mental hospital before ending up on the streets.
Damn.
Ren gave him the cookies and about $24. While filming, Ren admitted he might have gone too
cookies.
far. Then he laughed and said at least it would help clean the man's teeth, since he probably hadn't brushed them since he became poor. Gorge threw up after eating the cookie. He later told a reporter he had never been treated so poorly in all his years on the street. When the
That is
video
crazy.
blew up, Ren offered the man's daughter $360 to not file a lawsuit. It didn't
Only $360? It's like he's asking her to give him a lawsuit. Cause what?
work. He became the first YouTuber ever found guilty for a prank. The judge sentenced him to 15 months in prison,
Damn.
ordered him to pay $24,000, and
Pay $24,000?
banned him from social media for 5 years. When asked why he
Yeah, he's losing all his money. Damn, that's crazy.
did it, Ren told the court, "People like what is morbid." He made about $2,400 from that video. Scare tactic.
Like, what? That is an insane prank, bro. Like, that's kind of crazy. You don't be going up to homeless men doing that shit. Like, pranks, again, are supposed to be harmless. That shit's not harmless. Y'all not getting the definition of pranks.
In March 2002, the Sci-Fi Channel was filming the first episode of a new hidden camera show called Scare Tactics. The idea was to put people in horror movie situations and film them freaking out. They needed someone to scare. They found Cara Blanc. She was a grade school teacher in Los Angeles who also worked as a trained crisis counselor. Her friend Travis Draft told her he was taking her to a fancy Hollywood party, so she got in the car with Draft and another actor named Matthew Murtha. But Draft wasn't just a friend. Blanc had worked with him before on a fake documentary. On the way, the car broke down on a remote desert road. Then, an alien showed up. Draft and Murtha acted like they were being killed and told Blanc to run. So she ran through a dark canyon in the middle of nowhere while hidden cameras caught it. Blanc ended up in the hospital multiple times, and the episode never aired. She sued for assault and emotional damage. The insurance company paid her off, but the show ran 10 more years anyway, calling itself Scaring People Safely since 2003.
They really changed the name to Scaring People Safely since 2003.
Balloon Boy. On October 15th,
Balloon Boy. I wonder what this one's about.
2009, a silver balloon shaped like a flying saucer floated across the sky in Colorado. Richard and Mayumi Heaney called 911 and said their 6-year-old son Falcon was trapped inside. The whole country watched live as the balloon drifted for 2 hours.
That's crazy.
Helicopters followed it. And when it finally landed near Denver International Airport, rescue teams rushed to open it. But Falcon wasn't inside. Everyone assumed he had fallen out and died. And then the family went back inside their house, and there he was, hiding in the attic the whole time. That night, the Heens went on Larry King Live. The host asked Falcon why he didn't come out when everyone was calling for him. The boy looked at his parents and said they told him to do it for a show. The next morning, the family went on the Today Show. Falcon threw up on live TV. Police looked into it, and the mother eventually confessed. The Heens had already been on Wife Swap and wanted their own show, so they faked the whole thing. Richard
That's crazy.
got 90 days in jail and had to pay $36,000.
$36K? Holy.
Mayumi got 20 days. Their 3 sons, including Falcon, had been in on it the whole time. Corb forehead tattoo. On November 29th, 2000,
Yo, I already know this one's about to be crazy, bro. Forehead tattoo.
a DJ at a hard rock station called Corb in Iowa went on the air with an offer. Anyone who tattooed the station's logo on their forehead would get $150,000, paid out over 5 years. David Winkleman heard it.
Paid out over 5 years. Give me that $150 now. What you mean paid out over 5 years? What kind of scam?
And called his stepson, Richard Goddard. They called the station to make sure it was real. They said it was. So they went to a tattoo parlor and got the station.
I know where this is going. Don't tell me they're gonna. Let's see.
Logo permanently inked across their foreheads. 93 Rock and Quad City Rocker.
Wait, was that him?
A station employee came with them, paid for the tattoos, and took photos for the website. And then they told them it was a joke.
No, that's crazy. No, I would crash out so hard if it was me. Like, that's crazy.
Winkleman and Goddard sued, but Winkleman dropped his lawsuit, and Goddard never showed up in court. His case was thrown out. Both men lost their jobs and
why did they not? Wait. Why would they not? Oh my gosh.
Couldn't find work.
Why would they not show up? That's so stupid.
Years later, Goddard was beaten with a hammer and nearly killed by people he lived with.
What?
He'd been made fun of constantly over the tattoo. And in 2010, Winkleman was arrested on an unrelated charge. His mugshot went viral. He still had the tattoo 10 years later. The station had changed its name 6 years before that. Moonanite Panic. On January 31st, 2007, a commuter in Boston spotted something strange stuck to a beam under Interstate 93. It had wires, batteries, and blinking lights. So he told the police, and they called the bomb squad. Over the next few hours, they found nearly 40 more of them around the city, on bridges, overpasses, and subway stations. So they shut down I-93 and closed the Longfellow Bridge. The Coast Guard stopped all boat traffic on the Charles River, and then they figured out what they were looking at. The devices were LED signs, about the size of a light bright toy. They showed a cartoon alien giving the middle finger. It was a character called
Okay, I can't lie, this one's kind of funny. He managed to prank the whole city, basically.
Mooney Night from the Adult Swim show Aqua Teen Hunger Force. A marketing company had hired 2 local artists to put them around the city to promote an upcoming movie. Except the same signs had been put up in 9 other cities. including New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. They had been up for weeks, and nobody else called the bomb squad. In the end, Cartoon Network had to apologize, and the head of the network resigned. The two artists got arrested, though the charges were eventually dropped.
I was about to say, arrested for what? They didn't like, it was just marketed. It's not their fault that people thought it was a bomb.
Boston was the only city that panicked, and it cost them $2 million to find out it was just a joke.
Damn, hopefully this video shows y'all, bro, that there's a difference between a prank and bullshit, bro. A prank is supposed to be harmless, well, most of the time, and something like assault is not a prank. Like, this video showed me that like a lot of people be taking things way too far, and like a lot of like even YouTubers, and this video had a lot of YouTubers. I'm saying YouTubers as if I'm not a growing YouTuber myself, though small. But even YouTubers, dude, like the pranks be getting too much, bro. I understand it's for like views and stuff like that, but sometimes it be going too far, and it could put even you in dangerous situations. Because like, for example, the first guy who got shot, it was all for YouTube clicks and stuff, but he didn't know that would be his last day on earth. It really is unfortunate though. But hey, hopefully y'all like this video, and let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see more. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm gonna catch y'all in my next video. Peace.